What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, I want to talk about grain because I'm obsessed with it, right? And I do believe that there's a way to at least calculate a range for ROI as opposed to the other two things that you can go for as a worker or have your workers go for, which would be the research tokens for Secret of Praetoria and SPS. Now, the research tokens, we have no idea. That'll have to be something that's backward looking, depending on what kind of value they give in game or from an NFT or financial standpoint in the future. And then with SPS, there's two factors there that will vary widely, right? How many people will be going for it? Because it's a limited pool. And the second thing is, what will the price of SPS be? So because of those two factors being wildly unknown, I'm focusing on grain because for one of those factors, right, what will the value of it be? There is a hard cap, right? 1 DEC is what the team is offering, and they're expecting that to be very high. So if the team will always be offering 1 DEC and we see, we'll probably see grain well below that, okay? So I want to calculate something here for you, which again, this is not financial advice. This is just me trying to think through the most basic thing, right? If you were to invest in land today, again, forward thinking and for the long term, what kind of return could you expect on it? So here's where I want to focus in. Now, let's go here. What we're going to have is a very basic land. So it's just a common land that has maxed common workers, right? Common chaos workers. So what I did do is just make sure that whatever it is, right? So for Badlands, fire gets a 10% bonus. I did go ahead and find those. So we're essentially looking with a 10% bonus at 1100 PP per monster, and then a total of 5,500 production points, which lead to 55 grain per hour. Now that already includes the grain that they're consuming, right? So this is net, meaning that you come away with 55 grain that you can do something with every single hour. Now, let's go ahead and take that 55 grain, right, times 24 hours a day means you're producing 1,320 grain per day. Now, here's where it gets tricky. What kind of value do we put on that? I'm going to go all the way to the cap just to show you something crazy, okay? And then we're going to work our way back down so that we can see, we can scale it down and see something more reasonable, in my opinion. So 1320 is what, 1320 is the total amount of grain. If you multiply this, right, times 0.001, that is the value of DEC at peg. It would mean that you're earning $1.32 per day. Now, what is the ROI? Well, now we need to calculate how much of an investment would need to go on there. The cheapest land, and let's actually go to this here. So let's go to the cheapest land that's selling on the market is going for, we'll just say 65 bucks, right? So 65 bucks plus what you're going to need is maxed monsters. And I want to see if these monsters are still selling. So these are still going for, where's the cheapest? I believe they're going for 1.5 pennies, which means you can max them for 400 BCX. Where are the rewards? Not PP cost, lowest card to buy. There you go. So 1.5 cents. It's actually a little bit more than that now, but we're going to go with 1.5 cents, right? So we're going to go with, what is it? 0.015 times 400 means $6, and you're going to need 5 of them, right? So that's 30 bucks. And then you're also going to need $50 worth of DEC or 50,000 DEC. Granted, you might have some of that now, but if you buy it later a peg, that's going to be 50 bucks. So 30 plus the 65 plus the 50 means that your investment up front, right, would be $145. Now, you take that 1.32, divide it by the 145. This is your daily percentage rate. You multiply that by 365, and whoa, it is 332%. Now, this is why I was saying that, grain is going to be significantly less. But here's where it gets interesting, right? If grain trades for, let's just say 1/10, right? So instead of grain trading for 1 DEC, it trades for 0.1 DEC. So that's 90% lower than what the team is offering, right? And I don't know, to me, that's actually kind of reasonable, right? Then all of a sudden you divide this by 10 and you're still looking at a 33% return for land. Now, is that awesome? I don't know. Like that's hard to judge, right? In crypto, everybody's chasing crazy amounts of yield. The LPs are paying more. GLX is paying more than that. Even the node licenses are paying more than that. So ultimately, like this is a very subjective thing, but 33% is also nothing to thumb your nose at. So if you look at it from that perspective, well, if the team is offering it for 1 DEC and we do 10% of that value, it's still a 33% return. That could be interesting. Now, what if it goes super low? What if it's what if it's down 99% from what the team is offering, meaning that it doesn't trade for 0.1 DEC, but it trades for 0.01 DEC? Well, then you can divide it by another 10, and now it's only yielding you a 3% return. So again, what I'm trying to show is not where it's going to be because we still don't know, but I was trying to show you where the hard cap would be and what I think, in my opinion, the low cap would be, right? Which would be 0.01 DEC versus 1 DEC. Because then what the team is essentially offering, right? If it's trading for 0.01 DEC, then the team is offering something that's 100x value higher, which may be what they're going for. But I'd like to believe we might be closer to the 10x value. So, DEC would be, or sorry, grain would be 0.1 DEC rather than 0.01 DEC or 1 DEC itself. So again, this is all just speculation. We obviously have no idea, but you take that back and it's 33%. The other thing that you'll need to be aware of, though, especially if you're looking to buy land or get in, is that you'll need to clear that land first. And there's 1.5 million production points that you will need to work through. And so if you don't have time crystals, that might be another additional thing, right? If you don't have, and if your workers are working very slowly, let's take a look here. So was it 5,500 production points per hour? 5,500 times 24 hours a day. So that's 132,000 per day. So what is it? 1.5 million? I think it'll take you under 2 weeks. 132. There you go. So it'll take you about 11 days. So there will be an 11-day period where you are just working to clear your land. Now you could increase your spend, right? Increase your initial investment, buy the time crystals to clear your plot, or you could just, sit with it and not earn anything for that time. But it's, it's not just not earning anything. You'd also need to be paying for 11.3 days worth of grain. So, this is where the other factors come in that make it a little bit difficult to tell, but that's kind of just, like I was saying, where the range is and what you can expect. And I don't know. I'm sharing these numbers with you guys to get your thoughts, see where you're at with all of it, and what you're thinking. But when I look at land, I would say many people are probably expecting there to be, not a collapse. What am I trying to say here? Like a lull. To me, I think there's going to be a lull in the game for the next month, maybe even 2 months, when it comes to land stuff, obviously. So people might just get bored and you might see land prices dip. A lot of people are expecting that now that the hype is kind of leaving. But, we've also seen a relatively decent floor price at 64 or 60-ish dollars, I should say. So again, I have no idea what will come into the mix here. I don't know what the value is going to be, but I'm just trying to share that range for grain because I think grain could be exciting. To me, it's going to be the oil of the ecosystem, at least for phase 1.5. But even looking ahead into phase 2, again, we don't have any information, but I would assume monsters aren't going to stop consuming grain. So there will just be other options in the future to go and work for different types of resources, which in a sense could reduce the amount of grain that is being produced and therefore increase the value from a scarcity standpoint, right? So again, there's lots to think about, but I'm just putting this out there as some food for thought, literally, some grain for thought. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.